Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Wi-Fi battle. Today we have a battle against Hakan. He is a fellow YouTuber, so I'm going to leave a link to his channel in the video description, so you guys can check that out afterwards if you want. He does play primarily Call of Duty on there, but this is also actually a rematch, and he did bring another very cool team to battle, very strong and well balanced as well, so it should definitely be another good match, and we're going to get into it. So, looking at the team preview, I was thinking he was going to want to lead with either the Espeon to block my hazards or potentially the Swampert to set up his own hazards, so I just decided to play it safe and lead with my Escavalier, as he does end up leading with the Swampert. So, turn one, he is just going to go for the Stealth Rock to get the entry hazard set up on my side of the field, as I am actually just going to go for a knockoff in return to get some damage on this thing. It does take him down by about a third and get rid of the leftovers, which is nice. So this turn he is going to go for the switch directly into his Typhlosion, as I am just going to go for the Mega Horn, hoping he would stay in. So that actually takes him down by about 2/3, which was pretty nice. I am max physical attack, but I do have to switch out this turn. I don't want to get taken out with a fire attack, so I'm going to come in with my Meloetta, predicting a special attack since I am max special defense with an Assault Vest. I do take some damage from the rocks as he hits me with a Fire Blast. Not going to do a whole lot of damage there. So that is going to force him to switch out this turn. Not much else he can do to me. So he is going to come in with the Porygon 2, and he actually ends up tracing my Serene Grace, which is pretty interesting, as I am going to go for the Relic Song here, predicting a switch on his side. Thanks to the Serene Grace, it is actually a 60% chance to put the target to sleep, which does actually come through, which was nice. To put him to sleep, and I am going to transform into the Pirouette form, which is actually normal fighting. But I do have to switch out this turn because I'm not doing too much damage to this thing, so I am going to come in with my Moltres Jean Grey the Phoenix, as my pressure is going to come into play. I'm going to take some damage from the rocks, and he is asleep this turn, so nothing he can do, which is nice. So this turn I am just going to take the chance I have to go for the Defog, which is of course going to get rid of the Stealth Rock, so I'm not taking any residual damage on the rest of my team, which is nice. He is going to wake up this turn and go for the Thunderbolt. Luckily I do survive that in the red with 11 health, which was pretty nice. That is going to let me fire off a Fire Blast this turn to get some damage on this thing. Does take him down to about a third, but he does survive and hits me with an Ice Beam, which is going to be more than enough to finish off the Moltres, dropping me down to 5 Pokemon. So then I'm going to come in with my Como-O, and I am just going to go for a Dragon Dance here. I'm actually predicting a switch on his side, so I want to try and take the opportunity to get that +1 attack and speed trying to set up on his team, but he actually ends up staying in and going for the Ice Beam, which does take me down by about half, and he actually does get the freeze here, which was really unfortunate for me. So this turn I am going to be frozen solid, nothing I can do here, which really does suck. He is going to hit me with another Ice Beam, and luckily I am able to actually survive that in the red with 3 health, but unfortunately I am going to be frozen for a second turn in a row, which does suck. Again, nothing I can do, which is going to let him go for another Ice Beam to finish me off there and drop me down to 4 Pokemon. So pretty unfortunate turn of events there. I do have to try and turn things around here, so I'm going to come back in with the Meloetta, and I am going to hit him up with a Psychic, trying to get as much damage as possible. He does end up living that in the red, unfortunately, which is going to let him go for a Recover, which is going to put him back up to about 2/3 health. So I'm just going to go for another Psychic this turn, trying to chip this thing down, hoping for the special defense drop, which I do get as I leave him with a third of his health there. He is going to hit me up with a Toxic in return, which is going to badly poison the Meloetta, which does suck. And then I am going to take some damage from that poison. So this turn I am just going to fire off one more Psychic here, and thanks to the special defense drop, I know it's definitely going to be enough to finish off the Porygon 2 and drop him down to 5 Pokemon, which was nice. And then I am going to take more damage from the poison. So then he is going to come in with Virizion, And he is just going to go straight for the close combat here. I stayed in because I didn't want to risk a switch, so that is going to cut both his defense stats, but it is also going to finish off my Meloetta and drop me down to 3 Pokemon, as he is going to take some damage from the Life Orb. So then I am going to come in with Ninetales, and I'm going to get the Snow Warning to make it hail on the battlefield. And he actually does end up outspeeding me here. He does go for the Stone Edge, but luckily I do have the Focus Sash, so I am going to survive because of that. And he is going to take more damage from the Life Orb, as I am just going to hit him with a Blizzard in return. And that is definitely going to be enough to take out the Virizion there, dropping him down to 4 Pokemon. So then he is going to come back in with Typhlosion. And I'm actually going to go for the switch here, predicting this thing to be Choice Scarf. So I am going to switch in with my Caracosta, predicting the fire move. He actually ends up going for the Hidden Power instead, which was interesting. Don't know what type it was, since it was just normal effective, but we are both going to take some damage from the hail, and then I am going to regain some health with the leftovers. So he is going to go for the switch once again here. Not exactly sure why. I guess that is confirmation that he is choice itemed, but I am going to go for the Liquidation, knowing it would get good damage on anything he has left. It does hit the Swampert on the switch, and I do get the defense drop, which was nice, as we are both going to take some damage from the hail once again, and then I'm going to regain some health from the leftovers. So this turn I am just going to go straight for the Aqua Jet. I do carry that just for this situation, so that is going to be enough to finish off the Swampert there and drop him down to 3 Pokemon, as I'm going to take more damage from the hail and then regain the damage right back from the leftovers. So then he is going to come in with the Espeon, and I am going to go for the switch here. I don't want to take any damage on this thing, so I am going to come in with my Escavalier once again, as he does go for the Psychic. So not going to do too much damage there. And then that is going to be it for the hail, as I am going to regain some health with the leftovers. So he is definitely going to outspeed me here. He is just going to stay in and go for the Shadow Ball, trying to get as much damage as possible. That leaves me at a little above half, as I am going to hit him with a knockoff in return, which is going to one-shot kill this thing and drop him down to 2 Pokemon, as I am going to regain some more health from the leftovers. So then he is going to come back in with Typhlosion, and that is going to force me to switch out here. I do want to save my Escavalier, so I am going to switch in with my Ninetales, basically as fodder. I am going to get the Snow Warning to make it hail on the battlefield once again. And he is just going to end up going for the Fire Blast, which of course is going to be more than enough to finish off my Ninetales and drop me down to 2 Pokemon as well. And he is going to take some damage from the hail. So then I am going to come back in with the Caracosta, and that is going to force him to switch out, again being choice itemed. So he is going to come in with the Snorlax, and I did go for the Liquidation here, anticipating the switch. So that is going to take him down by about a quarter, which was not too good. Then we are both going to take damage from the hail, as I am going to regain some health with the leftovers. So I am going to go for the switch once again here. I do want to save this Caracosta for the Typhlosion, so I'm going to come in with my Escavalier, as he does go for the Crunch. That is going to knock me down to about a third of my health. He is going to take some damage from the hail once again, as I am going to regain some health from the leftovers. So he actually does outspeed me here in the battle of the slow Pokemon, so he is going to actually go for the rest here, which does kind of suck. That is going to put him all the way back up to full health, and then he is going to go ahead and eat the Lumberry to wake up there. I'm just going to go for a Mega Horn, trying to get as much damage as possible. So that is going to take him down by about half, and then he is going to take more damage from the hail, as I am going to regain more health with the leftovers. So he is going to go for another Crunch this turn, most likely the best move he has for me. That is going to leave me at about a quarter of my health. I am going to switch it up and go for the Iron Head this turn for guaranteed damage, not wanting to risk missing a Mega Horn. That does take him to the red, but he does survive as the hail is over, and I do regain more health with the leftovers. So he is going to hit me with another crunch this turn, but luckily I do survive that in the red with 26 health, and I hit him with one more Iron Head, which will finish off the Snorlax, dropping him down to just one Pokemon, as I am going to regain even more health with the leftovers. That's not really going to matter, though, because he is just going to come back in with the Typhlosion. And he is just going to go for the Fire Blast here, which is definitely going to be enough to finish off the Escavalier, dropping me down to just one Pokemon as well. But that is okay, because I do still have the Caracosta, so I'm just going to come back in with that, go for the Aqua Jet one more time, and that will definitely be enough to finish off the Typhlosion. And that is game. So I won that one 1-0 against Hakan, but that was a great game, very close, very competitive. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So that's it, and we'll see you next time.